So here's a thought process I had today, and that was just me kind of thinking: the Grey Knights even matter anymore in Warhammer 40k? And I know that's kind of a hot button subject, but I got some reasons as to why the Grey Knights may not even matter anymore in Warhammer. And I know we just had that big reveal a few months ago about the Terminus decree. What the Terminus decree can't talk. Holy crap! Um, and we found out that the Grey Knights' Terminus decree is never let the Emperor off the throne. And everyone had a good laugh about it for a multitude of reasons. Like, everyone had, like, a good laugh about it because, oh, yeah, like, they're totally going to do a storyline where the Emperor's going to come back and all 666 Grey Knights are going to show up at the Emperor's doorstep and fight their way through 10,000 Custodes and hordes upon hordes of Sisters of Silence and whatever force Guilliman throws at them as well. Yeah, so everyone had a good laugh about it because it's Warhammer. It's never gonna, like, I even did a video talking about this when it was revealed about the Terminus decree, where it was like, is it gonna even matter? Like, the whole reveal that the Emperor cannot leave the throne, is that actually gonna come into play, or is it just gonna be forgotten or even retconned in the near future? Like, that was the question I was throwing out there. And recently, it doesn't even feel like... it's kind of starting to feel like GW doesn't even care about the Grey Knights anymore. And what I mean by that is that it's really starting to feel like the Grey Knights are getting left behind for a multitude of reasons. And yeah, we had the Terminus decree, but what about, like, anything else matter? I mean, I made the joke that we have 666 Grey Knights, all of whom Psyker Space Marines and all great warriors and whatnot, but as we've noticed in continuity right now, the Grey Knights are dwindling. They've lost about 70% of their fighting force, and they're not getting a lot of reinforcements. It's mostly because I don't think Cull knows about them, so they're not really getting Primaris reinforcements. They're not getting any of that. So I don't know if that if that even like plays into it. They're getting killed off at an alarming rate, and it doesn't feel like GW is in a rush to put them to get more out there. Even in continuity, the whole thing was that the Grey Knights were meant to help the Ordo Malium from keeping Chaos's existence from being widely known. Well, after the Eye of Terror and the destruction of Cadia, it's been revealed that people are starting to recognize that Chaos is an actual thing, like, across the galaxy. And even the Grey Knights are like, what is our point now? Like, yeah, we still fight Chaos, but, like, yeah, we even had a short civil war with the Space Wolves over this, and now it doesn't even feel like it matters. So that's what it's starting to feel like for the most part. It's really starting to feel like there's this whole thing that the Grey Knights are slowly going away. Now, do I think they will go away entirely? No, Grey Knights still make money. Like, the Grey Knights still make money for GW, so they'll probably keep them around. But it is starting to feel like, the Grey Knights in continuity are really starting to feel like they're going the way of the dinosaur. Or the SWATs. So I think that's the other thing, is that the Grey Knights aren't really serving a major purpose anymore. There isn't really a reason to keep them a secret anymore, and it also doesn't feel like GW's in a hurry to help that out. So, there is that. Another thing that I've noticed is that it's even clear that, like, the Grey Knights themselves have recognized that they are on a path to extinction in their own right. So maybe that's GW's way of saying, hey, the Grey Knights are slowly going away. And I don't know how I'd feel about it. Like, the Grey Knights were never really one of my favorite factions. I just kind of figured they were just kind of there for me. If you like the Grey Knights, that's totally fine, but for me, I was always, like, of the mindset of, the Grey Knights are all right. That's really what we're dealing with here, is the Grey Knights are all right. Also, like, Caldor Drago is just OP and is not. I do not care for anything of Caldor Drago, but there's really. I really do like. I don't know if I'd feel right having them all go extinct. I mean, if you were to do that, I'd hope they would be like. I would imagine it would have to be like a good story. It would have to be a really cool story of the Grey Knights and the fighting on Titan to keep some demonic incursion from reaching Terra and going extinct, and read that as a whole trilogy of novels rather than, you know, a paragraph in a codex. Yeah, I give you that look because we just dealt with that with Acheron and Chiron. Um, so, yeah, if you are going to wipe out the Grey Knights because they've kind of lived out their usefulness and continuity, because that's what it's starting to feel like, unless they suddenly reveal, oh, Cull's going to start giving them Primaris Grey Knights. And it's not like they're not known. They probably aren't known to Cull, but it's like, I would figure at least Guilliman would, because Guilliman fought alongside them multiple times during the Indominus Crusade. Hell, they were there when he woke up. So I don't understand what the problem is. Does Guilliman just not trust them? Now that would be interesting if like he did like the reason why he's not so eager to like rush out Primaris Grey Knights is because he knows of the Terminus decree and worries that like they would be a threat to him like in the future, and he's just kind of like low-key getting rid of the problem. Would that be against Guilliman's character? I don't think so. It'd be like that's kind of him being pragmatic as always. You know, that was always Guilliman, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna feel real shitty about it. Like, yeah, the Grey Knights played a role in my resurrection. They've been an ally to the Empire, to the Imperium. At the same time, though, A, they kind of represent something I really hate, and if it push came to shove, they'd turn on me too, and B, what if my dad does wake up? I mean, I understand there's a lot of implications there, but these guys would be a threat to put him back on the throne, and I don't know if they're loyal to me either. So maybe that would actually be kind of cool, like if you really like your Grimdark that much, having Guilliman secretly know about the Terminus decree and being low-key white, like that's why I haven't told Cull to start getting Primaris for Grey Knights going. Or, maybe Cull does know and he's just kind of either A, still experimenting on how to make Primaris Grey Knights, or maybe it's just kind of a fickle thing because it is heavily implied, or it's not implied at all. They're made from a bit of the Emperor himself. The Grey Knights are given a bit of the Emperor themselves. So, could be that too, that their gene seed is just too fickle and Cull's just too proud to like say anything about it. Who knows? But yeah, you guys tell me in the comments below. Do you want the Grey Knights to stick around, or do you just not care? Just comment below, let me know. I just thought this would be a fun little video. And also, do you think Guilliman knows, and that's why and he's just trying to low-key get rid of them? Yeah, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.